Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Music, and if you're new to Let's Talk Music, welcome. I've got some guests on again, which is quite exciting because for a while I had like a really dry spell of no guests, and now I've got one after the other. So yeah, guys, do you want to introduce yourselves? I like to just hit off, let you guys introduce yourselves.
Hello, we're from Rock Against Cancer and Southwest Heavyfest, promoters in Somerset. My name's Max.
And I'm Charlie. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna kickstart with actually the weekend just gone. That was Rock Against Cancer, was it? That God, that's gone quite fast actually. I obviously didn't see much of it because I was helping my friends and running them around with all their stuff. But I just want to give a shout out for that. Actually, for what I did see, it was epic. And if I can get down, if you're planning to do it next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get down myself and stay for a bit longer. But I had to take my friend's band equipment to their other gig because they're idiots and decided to book 2 gigs in one day. But so
busy people.
Definitely busy people. Just to say, yeah, awesome. So I'm gonna start with a bit of an icebreaker question. If you've seen any of my other videos, you might have seen it. It's a bit of a weird one, I think, but we'll go with it. So I ask this with everyone who comes on, and it's just if you could describe your personality as a colour, what would it be and why?
A colour?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say purple, but I'm not really sure why. But I quite like that, like burgundy / purple, like either of those. They're probably my 2 favourite colours, just because it's a bit different, and I'm a bit different. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
See, that was my colour, Max. Now I've got to think of another one. So I can't say the same colour. I was going to go my favourite colour, green. I think it's quite a positive colour, and I'm quite a positive person most of the time. So I'm just going to go with green. Yeah.
That's cool. So, just to kickstart, really, this is a bit of a different one for me because normally I interview bands or artists. But yeah, I kind of like what you guys are doing. So, why Rock Against Cancer? Why? What was the other one you do? Sorry, is it
Southwest Heavyfest.
Southwest Heavyfest. Okay. Yeah. What are they and why? Why those? Why did you decide to do this? Both of those.
So we're both promoters, and one day I just decided to do a one-off charity event, and then it's just kind of continued every year really, and now we do more from that as well. So yeah, it was meant to just be a one-off event, Rock Against Cancer. That was back in 2015. And it just went really well, and we just kept doing it, and it got bigger and bigger. And then we did little side step shows at the King Arthur in Glastonbury, and then that's how Southwest Heavyfest was born, which is pretty much the same, but it's the heavier equivalent of the event.
Okay.
And we just raise money for good causes that are close to our hearts. So Charlie, he jumped on board. Was it a year and a half ago? About that?
Was it? I thought it was the tail end of. Was it not the tail end of last year? It might have been earlier than that.
But we've been talking for about a while, haven't we?
Yeah. So I've been promoting in Yeovil for I don't know. I want to say since 2000, maybe late 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
And me and Max have been good friends for quite a few years now. And I've played loads of Rock Against Cancer shows, and with my band, he's booked us loads. And then when I sort of wasn't really sure if I wanted to carry on in Yeovil or not, Max was just like, "Oh, do you want to hop on board with the RAC team?" It's been absolutely brilliant. It's been great having the bigger shows, but also at the same time raising money for charity. So yeah, it's brilliant. Love it.
I think it brings so much things together. It not only does it raise money for charity, like you guys are saying, it's just good to get some bands out there that maybe people have never heard before. I think, or they have, but they're not. They're growing from wherever, and it's not just because obviously you guys had. So my friend's band, for example, they're from Bournemouth. Is it mostly just bands from that, Yeovil, Somerset, or do you have bands from all over?
No, so not really. I mean, when we go back to the Southwest Heavyfest, our headliner Party Cannon from Scotland.
Oh, amazing.
They came all the way down for that show. Max, can you remind me of the other band that came down from Scotland for that show?
They were called Rua. Yeah, they
Rua.
came from,
So
well,
we had 2 bands from
Amazing.
Scotland. We have bands from all over the place: London, Cardiff, up north. I think we've had people band from Manchester.
yeah.
That way.
The furthest travelling band for Rock Against Cancer last weekend was Sunfall from Surrey.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, so bands will travel, and I think
Mhm.
because of how well the shows do, and you know how well they do for charity and how busy they are, I think bands will travel and make those arrangements to come play for us. So yeah, props to them, because our definitely Party Cannon and Rue are coming all the way down from Scotland for the one-off show. That's mad.
That's mad. Honestly, just that's crazy. So I've lost my train of thought. It's just gone like, where are we going now? Cool. So have you guys got any like influencers or bands that you would like recommend to people? Is there anyone out there at the moment you're like, they're really good, go check them out?
Pretty much everyone we book. I mean,
yeah.
when I book a lineup, I'm always looking at like the most exciting bands coming out. Like, you know, whether they're rock, whether they're metal, whether they're indie, I try and find, if I enjoy it, I think someone else can enjoy it. I'm trying to think of bands specifically. There's a really, apart from, I'll say 2. So Grove Warden, who played on the Sunday of Rock Against Cancer, they're getting a lot of hype at the moment. They've only just released 1 single, but they're already like packing out little shows and everything. So yeah, I got to give them a shout. And for a little bit of a heavier band, I'd say Umberia from Yeovil, a thrash metal band who recently won the Bloodstock Metal to the Masses. And they're quite young, and they're doing so well for themselves.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely agree with Max with those 2 bands.
Yeah.
Grove Warden are fantastic at shows. They always turn up, they always bring people, and they just get better and better. And same with the boys in Umberia. I mean, we in my band, we played with Umberia on their first ever show, and they were a bunch of, I think they were like 16, 17, and they came on stage, played some of the best thrash metal I've heard, and then we were there like, how the hell do we go on after these kids? we cannot match the talent or energy that these kids put out. So they're at Bloodstock, and that is definitely 2 bands along with Sunfall, who I think are definitely on the up, and you could see in bigger places one day for sure.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I was just gonna say, working with these like younger, hungry bands as well, that's probably what drives like me personally, seeing all this new upcoming talent. They just want to play all these new towns, and I'll give them a chance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's kind of what Let's Talk Music is all about as well. It's just like I will just go to a random gig. I don't know the band, and I'll just show up just for some support and to see if they're any good. And 9 times out of 10, the talent is insane. I think recently, like this year, I've just seen so much growing talent from like really like not crazily young, but like young. But then again, you guys had 9, 10-year-olds.
Yeah, absolute zero. Do you know what? I'm gutted because I wasn't there on the Saturday.
No, I didn't get to see them.
I had some personal things I was dealing with. So
yeah.
I say personal things I was dealing with. I was at a wedding. I don't know why I said personal things. I was at a wedding, so unfortunately I couldn't make it Saturday. But yeah, so Max knows somebody. One of the mums of one of the kids from Absolute Zero. Max knows all the mums.
All the mums.
Yeah, they were brilliant. They had the whole room eating out their hands, and they were so cute as well, because in between songs they were like, "This is our next song. We wrote it ourselves," and like they played covers as well, and the crowd just loved it. And they chanted for an encore as well, so they actually ran out of songs, so they had to play another one twice, but it was so good.
That's so good. Yeah, I got turned up later, so I didn't actually get to see them, but I heard so many good things, and all my friends were like, "Oh, you missed them, they were great," and I was like, "Oh, damn it." But yeah, I'll have to like see if I can check them out at some point, because they seem awesome. And to be doing that at 9 and 10, like Well, I don't know what I was doing at 9 and 10, but it wasn't playing.
I was playing with Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are playing a Rock Against Cancer event at the King Arthur in Glastonbury on the 17th of November. Is that the right date, Max?
Friday
How are
the
they
16th.
doing this at like 10 years old? That's insane.
So that's gonna be good because I can finally see them then as well and share the stage with them. So be fantastic.
That's awesome. Got a lot. You've got a lot. Like I feel like other bands have got a lot to live up to with that now, though. But no, there is so much talent out there. Like I on the side, I kind of do some lighting jobs for like bands and stuff as well. And sometimes I'm doing lights, and I'm like, they're incredible. Like what the hell? That's kind of cool. So am I right in assuming that your next sort of like Rock Against Cancer thing is a bit more heavier music?
Do you mean the Halloween show coming up?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
It's kind of a mixed bag, really. I mean, we've got Sergeant Thunderhoof headlining, and they're more like stoner doom side of things. So vocally, not heavy, but instrumentally, they've got like the heavy Black Sabbath inspired riffs. Who else? We got Liquid State from Bristol. They're playing. Lucis from Bristol. They're a little bit heavier. And Betrayers from Bath, so they're another heavy band. So again, it's really a mixed lineup.
Yeah, that's cool. It's nice to have a mix of different people into different things. I'm not into that. Like, if I'm honest, I'm not into the heavier stuff, but I know a lot of people that are. But yeah, so I'm just gonna throw out there, like, so do you guys have any other hobbies other than this?
No, me and Max don't have any friends. We literally
just don't have
do
any
this all the
friends,
time.
no hobbies, no nothing.
Yeah, no job,
music
no
is life.
No, we just music is life. To be fair, I mean, my only real hobby is, apart from a bit of sport and stuff, a bit of fitness, is my band. I mean, that's my hobby. Seems to just be more, music basically is my hobby.
Fair.
Collecting vinyls, going to gigs, doing my band stuff. So I mean, everything I do is surrounded by music. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Music.
Oh, so I'm the lead singer of Little Mix. If you didn't know.
Okay, cool. No, go for it.
No,
I'm in. What it's all about.
No, I'm in a band. I'm the vocalist of a band called Brave Ones.
Okay.
That's
I'll have to check
that's
them
who we
out.
are.
I honestly, like, I'll check you guys out and see what it's all about.
We're on all of those socials and YouTube and whatever else we're on.
Cool. I mean, so, as well as promoting, like Rock Against Cancer and the other things that you do from this video. If you send me a link to your band on something, I'll pop it in the YouTube description or whatever below so people can check it out as well.
Brilliant! Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. I kind of like I didn't really think my questions through because like like I said, I normally do this with like bands or artists, so I'm normally like, oh, what gig did you play that you liked the most, or like, and then I was like, I've got to kind of rework this. So is there anything you've got coming up at the moment that you're super excited about?
Apart from the 2 shows that we've got lined up this year, we're at the moment planning for everything next year. So that's pretty exciting, really. Seeing some good lineups at the moment. So we're going to be dropping them in a month or 2. What else? So there's loads of gigs coming up and festivals next year I'm looking forward to already. Yeah, I'll probably have like Slam Dunk next year. Probably Bloodstock. Maybe Download. See who's playing. What about you, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm planning on draining every single penny I have into festivals next year. I haven't been able to. I've been to a few bigger shows this year, but I haven't. I normally do festivals, and just because the things going on, I haven't been able to make it out to festivals. So planning on the 4-day download next year. Me and my friend are definitely going to that Slam Dunk Festival. I wouldn't mind checking out 2000 Trees or Arc Tangent, depending on what Max and the lads want to do. And then I think me and the missus is going to hit up Glastonbury. I've never been to Glastonbury before, so I think we're going to hit up. We're sort of moving to the area very soon, so I think I'm going to check out Glastonbury. So I'm going to be very poor next year. Seriously poor.
As well to Tangent Festival. It's like the best run festival I've ever been to. this year was my third time going, and it's just amazing. Like every band you see there is brilliant, and it's just really like run really well. Like everything is perfect there. Best festival ever. Definitely go.
Yeah, like fun fact, I've never actually been to like a proper festival.
What?
I know. It's always come down to money. It's always been like, I want to go. I don't have the money. So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a mum of 2. So
yeah, it's always difficult to juggle. Yeah.
I don't have the money for that, but I'm hoping to next year. I've gone like it's on my bucket list to be like, I have to get it. It has to be done at some point.
I'm almost going to switch this around, but if there was a festival then you had to go to, what's that festival in your head?
Oh gosh, I think I've always wanted to check out Download.
It is a good festival, really good festival. It's a real friendly festival as well.
Yeah, I know it's not like a big one, but like, yeah, I think that's the one that I've always been like, if I was going to go to one, that's where I want to be.
I've got mostly good memories of Download festivals. I've also got some crazy memories of it as well. So
yeah, I've had friends be like, you've got to come with us. So I think that would be my go-to. So I literally had a question in my head and it's just like gone. What was I gonna say?
We can ask you questions.
You can ask me a question. Go for it.
So who are your favourite bands then?
Oh goodness. I feel like Regional 1 would kill me if I didn't mention them. But I.
They were so good.
Simon's gonna give me £50 for saying that later. But if we're talking like just, so I'm a massive Frank Turner fan.
Nice.
Oh, Frank Turner's brilliant.
I saw him live actually for the first time this year. I wanted to see him live for so long, but again, it's come down for money. But this year he did this like tour where he did like 2 shows in each place he played, and it was to raise money for like local record stores and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was a pretty epic tour. It was like a smaller gig, but it was epic, and to finally see him live for me was like amazing. But yeah, he's got to be my favorite. And then I've got quickly followed by like You Me at 6 or Green Day.
You Me at 6. You Me at 6 are like I put You Me at 6 on and it's like I'm 14 again.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that band. I just really, really wish they would press the first album on vinyl, but they never have done. They did one run years ago, one pressing, and then never pressed it again. And that's literally like the top of my list is to get that album on vinyl. So come on, You Me at 6.
Back to Frank Turner. Did he have a hardcore band as well called Mongol Horde?
He did. No, I think you're right. I'm not entirely. He definitely did. Back however many years ago it was, I think.
I remember that.
Because he's recently, in his new album, he wrote a song about a friend he played with. I think in that the band that you're talking about that unfortunately I think passed away. It's an epic song. It's a really good emotional song. Frank Turner likes to bring the emotion sometimes.
Mongol Horde,
yeah,
cracking
he
band.
mentioned it at the gig that he played. Yeah, I didn't know that till that gig. I was like, whoa.
Oh, brilliant.
That's how, yeah, but yeah, some of his newer stuff as well is a little bit more rocky and like on the rock side than his previous stuff. I don't know. I'm on the edge about it, but yeah, I still like him. But yeah.
No, wicked.
Yeah.
But do you guys? Oh, sorry.
Oh, it just said I'll have to see him live at some point next time.
He's so epic. Like, it's so good live. Like, it was just a different experience. It was great. It's got everyone was like singing in the audience at one point. So do you guys have any like bands that are like maybe like a guilty pleasure?
I don't really like the term guilty pleasure because I think if you like it. Yeah. So I bloody love Harry Styles. I won't deny it. Right, all 3 of his albums, flawless. I love them.
Fair.
I've never listened to One Direction in my life. I couldn't name a song, but that first Harry Styles album just hooked me in. I think it was my brother. He said, he said, "Oh, you need to listen to this." And I was like, "I'm not listening to that." And then I did, and ever since I've been hooked. And now every time he releases anything new, I'm on it.
I used to be a One Direction fan back in the day. I do like some of Harry Styles' songs, but I'm a bit sad because I'm like, One Direction though.
What about you, Charlie?
I think for me, and again, I'm not a massive fan of the word guilty pleasure, but I do like Taylor Swift. I will listen to Taylor Swift quite a lot. Yeah. It's not even all her music. It's just there's like 3 or 4 songs I will just sometimes stick on repeat. Love a bit of Swiftie.
Oh, she had a really good album. I think it was called 1984.
Yeah. 1980. Yeah. Also, her new Folklore albums were really good as well.
Yes.
Really good. Yeah, really good albums.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think of the band. They play Download. They're that Zeph South African band, but my mind's gone blank. If you know them, Max.
Oh, I didn't know. I just can't remember what they're called.
Why has my mind gone blank?
Didn't they
Google it either? They played Download.
Did they sub Slipknot or Rammstein?
They did, yeah. Download Festival.
Yeah,
Why can't I think of their name? They're also a bit of a guilty pleasure. But yeah, it's hard saying that's a guilty pleasure not knowing their name, but my mind's just gone blank.
There's no other way to describe it really, but I mean, like, yeah, I'm trying to think of mine. I'm okay. I'm a massive Hannah Montana fan, and I'm talking like when she was Hannah Montana, not Miley Cyrus. Like all Hannah Montana stuff. That's probably my guilty pleasure.
That is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
I think I had mates around my house, and I was just playing one of my playlists, and one of her songs came on, and I was like, "Wow, I'm busted, aren't I?"
Yeah, there's no getting out of that.
Now. And it was
I'll just accept that. Yeah.
It was all the Regional 1 lads, so you can imagine how that went down. They just got ripped the shit out of. I think that is an ongoing thing now for me. With that,
I would wear that on your sleeve proudly.
Yeah.
And say I am a massive Hannah Montana fan, and that's the way it is.
Am I right in thinking Hannah Montana is Miley Cyrus? Yeah.
Yeah, she's Miley Cyrus when she did the whole like TV thing.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I do like Miley Cyrus. Yeah. Another guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, so have you guys got? Oh, I've already asked that question. I mean, you got things coming up and stuff. You got the Halloween thing coming up. What's the dates for that? When's that? Where is it? What's going on?
Is at the King Arthur in Glastonbury on Friday the 17th of October next month.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very cheap. It's £6.50 in advance.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Last year we had Mother Vulture, Brave Ones played it, and it sold out. It was brilliant. King Arthur's quite an intimate venue, but the atmosphere is incredible, and the venue itself is brilliant. The sound, everything. So yeah, if you've never been, Marie, you need to go to the King Arthur. Come down to the Halloween show. Yeah,
see, my only issue is I don't drive, so it's getting people to come, be like, do you want to come to this, but also that drive. But yeah, if I can get down, I definitely will. It sounds really good. Is that a charity event again, or is that just a?
Yeah. All of our shows, we donate the profits. Yeah, to local cancer boards.
That's really good. As someone as you guys, I think I told you, Max, but as some of my followers would know, that's quite a personal. The cancer thing is quite a personal thing to me. I've actually been through it myself, so it's epic, and I think everyone as I've been either know someone or has been through it or knows someone quite close to them that's been through it. It's quite a big thing, isn't it? But yeah, so again, I'm losing my train of thought. I just should have just had my list here of things I was gonna ask. Yeah, it's just kind of gone.
You want to know something really funny?
Yeah, go on. Let's fill the gap in my head.
On the Sunday we had on Rock Against Cancer. Just gone. We had a band called Sunfall play, and they're quite heavy. And the vocalist is currently my lodger, right? So
Okay.
he's only been here like just over a week, and we've just changed his bedclothes, right? And
Right.
I'm going to show you what I've bought. Right, this is
Right.
Firstly, can we just go over the thing that you call them bedclothes, please?
yeah,
They are-
yeah. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, let's just track back, Max. You call them bedclothes.
What do you call them?
Bed sheets or bedding, not bedclothes.
Yeah, bed sheets or bedding.
Bed sheets then. Fine, fine. Anyway, look at this. It's an Ed Sheeran.
I mean, Ed Sheeran's epic. Okay, don't diss Ed Sheeran.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know. He's going to come home from work tonight into his new bedclothes. Sorry, bedding.
Are you going to change that for him?
Gosh,
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
that
I'm
brings
literally, I'm as soon as Sounds moves out, if you're changing my bedding, I'm going to move straight in with you. That's a cracking deal.
No, oh gosh, that brings me to what I was actually thinking. My questions come back into my head. What was your? Have you been to a concert or a band that you were like they were epic?
Oh, I can think of quite a recent one actually.
Oh, go on.
So I went to the O2 Academy a few months ago to see
Mhm.
Funeral for a Friend, who are one of my favourite bands, and they had Holding Absent supporting.
Right.
Are you familiar with them?
No.
Okay, would love that if you like
Do I
regional.
need to? Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, you'll love Holding Absent.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And all of my friends rave about this band, and on record, I struggled to get into it, but seeing them live and that vocalist, my God, like he was incredible. Like some people in the crowd were like crying and just getting really emotional with the music. Yeah, you need to
Oh.
check this band out.
I'll check them out. though.
Holding
You know,
Absent.
I still haven't seen them, Max, and they are like on my list to see because everyone keeps hyping them, and I listen to them all the time. Their new split EP with Alpha Wolf was amazing. Also, a great mix of like a hardcore band and Holding Absence, which was brilliant.
That is a really weird mix. I didn't even know they did that split EP.
That's cool.
Yeah, they did a split EP recently with Holding Absence and Alpha Wolf. I think Alpha Wolf's got 2 songs. Holding Absence got a song called Coffin, really good song, and then they've done a song together.
I know what I'm listening to after this.
It's really, really good because Alpha Wolf are a cracking band as well.
Yeah.
For me, who have I seen that I've gone, oh my God, that's phenomenal? I mean, I've seen Bring Me about 700 million times.
No.
Bring Me the Horizon are my
So
favorite
good.
band. And yeah, I think every time I see him, because like I'd like to be very honest, and Ollie was never a very good frontman vocally. But after seeing them on their stadium shows, like absolutely brilliant. I have to say that they are phenomenal. People are going to hate on that, but whatever.
They've got better. They've just got better as
They're
they go.
so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping that they might headline Download this year. Next year, sorry.
Yeah. That would be
I
sick.
think they'd absolutely, because their Reading headline set I've watched and it was phenomenal. So yeah, they're definitely a cracking band. I was trying to think of another one. There's definitely one in my head somewhere, but again, my mind's gone blank when I have to think about things.
So see, for me, I can't really pick what. Like, I haven't seen like a known band for a long time. Like I say, I just turn up to local random gigs and I'm just like, yeah, these are good. And just sometimes I walk out and I'm like, I've completely forgotten the name of that band, but they were good. Like,
Hot Mulligan in Cardiff was amazing. They are again a band that sort of got a lot bigger in the last couple of years. I picked up a few years ago, and yeah, absolutely brilliant. Max, you saw them at Slam Dunk, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw.
Like, please go and watch Hot Mulligan, please.
I managed to drag my partner. She hates pop punk and stuff like that. we still managed to watch it. She didn't like it. It's fine.
Oh no, why? What?
Leanne, you disappoint me.
Yeah.
She made me watch Mod Sun, but that wasn't too bad actually.
This brings me to my like a bit of a my first ever concert or gig or whatever, I was 8 and I went to see Status Quo with my dad. So what was your first ever gig or concert?
I've already name dropped them, but the first concert I went to, I was 16, and it was Funeral for a Friend at the O2 Academy in Bristol again. I even remember the supports. They're not around anymore, but it was the Haunts and Receiving End of Sirens. And I went with a couple mates. We'd never been to a gig before. We weren't old enough to drink. We were in our first little mosh pit. It was crazy. We thought, this is brilliant. And then ever since then, most like me and those two guys, we still go to shows now, you know. So yeah, that was, I always remember, you always remember your first one, don't you?
Yeah.
Mine was Busted McFly and V at Wembley Arena. But I've always said this was my first show, and it's a question that I'd have to put over to my mum. But I also saw Blue and Liberty X at the big gig. Now
I wouldn't have invited you on the team.
What's that? Too late.
No, kidding.
I saw Blue and Liberty X at the big gig. Don't ask me where it was. I was very young. I can't remember which one was first. I want to horribly say it was the Blue Liberty X gig. Because I thought about it the other day when somebody asked me the same question. I think it was on the Regional 1 live stream.
Yeah.
They asked us what our first shows were. But yeah, it was either Blue or Liberty X or McFly and Busted. No shame.
I mean, I've seen McFly. To be fair, I mean, like I take pride in mine a little bit. I mean, it wasn't my choice, but I can be like, I saw Status Quo when I was 8. Like
it seems to be a lot of people's first show, Status Quo. I think it's because just a lot of people did go with their dads.
Yeah, I mean, the first show that I went to on my own with like out parents or anything was Chaz and Dave, actually.
Chaz and Dave.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
I used to be a massive fan, and they played in Bournemouth, and I was like getting tickets, going. Like I went on my own with like no friends because everyone was like, "Who the hell are they?" And I was like, "I don't care if you don't know who they are. I'm bloody well going."
I can't resonate because my parents never took me to any concerts or anything growing up.
No.
Yeah, my dad was all into like the 80s cheese and all that, you know, like Human League and Simple Minds, stuff like that. And then I remember like my mum being into grunge in the 90s, and then that slowly turned into like new metal and stuff. But again, they never took me to any shows, so I had to discover that on my own.
My stepdad's a massive music fan. He's a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. Always been into his music. I think he's probably the person who got me into music, actually, just listening to some of the stuff he listened to, and then it was like escalated from there for me. So I was quite lucky in that sense. So because we've been chatting for like half an hour. Crazy.
Didn't realise that, actually.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit. Do you guys just want to let anyone know where they can find you on socials? Do you have social media? Like if they want to come to this Halloween thing that's going on or the next coming events, where can they get tickets or that kind of stuff?
So I mean, Rock Against Cancer, its own page is on Facebook. The Southwest Heavyfest has its own Facebook page, and then just go on there and find all the events. The Halloween show is that online tickets, Max? That one, or is it on the door?
Yeah, advance tickets on Ticket Source.
That's cool.
And then the King Arthur show with No Thursday War, Absolute Zero, Brave Ones, and Miragrin. That will be on the door ticket sales. But yeah, just go check out all of the events. Just check out us on socials. Max has an OnlyFans page where he sells pictures of his feet, so go check that out.
I don't.
So just go check us out. Max, are we allowed to it'd be horrible if you said no now. Are we allowed to announce the figure of the weekend on here? Or we announced it yet?
Yeah. So it was £602.
Wow.
And that was from the last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, and can I just say as well that the tickets are so reasonably priced. Like I was willing to pay more because I was like, it's for charity, and like there's so many bands playing. Even if I didn't, obviously, like I said, I couldn't stay too long, but like I would have, I'd have loved to been able to stay. I blame Simon and Regional 1 for that one, but yeah, no, it's so reasonable price for the amount you get. So I just want to say that as well to people that are thinking about going, that maybe money is tight at the moment, but you're gonna get all these bands for like such a cheap price. And like,
I mean, it was £15 for the weekend ticket. That was
so that's insane. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
See you later.
Sorry, I've currently got my cat going a bit mad behind the phone. So, yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to put that over here.
But yeah, that's insane. That's really cheap. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it is. Yeah.
Just while we're here, and just before I say goodbye to everyone, does your band, Charlie, do you have a Spotify?
Yeah, sorry, my
Right.
cat's going mental, trying to ruin this whole thing for me. Yeah, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever else we paid for, and also we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think that's it. But yeah, go check us out. We've got a few shows coming up in playing the Crown in Bristol, playing the King Arthur, Glastonbury, the Cobblestones, Bridgewater. Then an online event. So yeah, go and check us out.
That's cool. I'll put the descriptions in the descriptions, the links in the descriptions of the video. I'll try, if you send them over to me as well, I'll put them on the Instagram or whatever. So yeah, thanks everyone at home for watching, and it's been great getting to know you guys. That's cool. Subscribe and all that stuff. I am now going to stop